So we're diving deeper again. So we're planning to RV. Now we need to have a plan, and the plan is, let's make a plan, but be flexible. Here we go. Welcome. If we haven't met before, my name is Chris. I'm eager to help RV newbies and wannabes start planning and becoming RVers with confidence and know-how. Coming back to you today in a series we're talking about all about planning and figuring out what type of an RVer you want to be and where you want to go and how you want to do it, but you got to have a plan first, right? So if you haven't downloaded our free PDF, I'm going to put the link right up here. Go ahead and download that so you can follow along and you can dive deeper into planning on how to be a full-time RVer. Even if it isn't right now, it's great to have a plan. Oh, traveling. Traveling full-time is not a vacation. At first, it's going to seem like a vacation because it's a complete different way of life for you. You're used to being, in your house, and you're used to going, if you have your 9-to-5 job or whatever your hours of your job are. You might have a different way you're doing your job now. You have a new home environment and it's a lot more tighter, but you have a lot more freedom. So you have to remember there's gives, there's takes. I want you to plan, but be flexible. And at first you're going to want to go to see all these places, but don't do it in like just this finite amount of time because you're going to burn out. You definitely don't want to do that. You want to give yourself time, a day to drive, a day maybe to decompress from that trip, and you want to be able then to go visit the sites and do the things that you wanted to do, and then maybe a day to decompress. And remember, you still have to get groceries, you still have to do laundry, you still have to clean your house. If you got kids, you still have to do some sort of a schooling, unless you're doing the unschooling method. So you still want to plan, but you want to be flexible. Looking down at my notes here, another thing to think about is a lot of RV campgrounds are booked out, especially over holidays. When you're living in a RV full-time, you don't really think about holidays that are coming up. You might want to keep the holidays checked on your, if you have Google Calendar or anything like that, so you know when the holidays are coming up, because you don't want to be you want to make sure you have your reservation secured way before, if that's the campground you want to be in, because it will definitely get booked up, especially like if you're going down south, like into Florida for the winter. A lot of those campgrounds book up like by June. Seriously. So you want to think ahead. You kind of want to plan out your route ahead. I do have some resources in my PDF that will show you how to go into my maps, into Google Maps, and you could check all the places you want to go to across the states, so you don't miss, like, oh, I was right there. I didn't, like, we were in Kentucky, and it didn't even dawn on me and think about Abraham Lincoln's birthplace and then his boyhood home and things like that. Like, I didn't even think about that. And so I quickly was looking at that, and then I Google searched it while we were on our way to Kentucky, and we found it. So thank God we found that, and we do have a video coming up soon about that. Another good thing to think about when you're planning is, do you always want to be in 70-degree weather? In my PDF, I talk about this great blog I found out about 70-degree weather, staying in about 70-degree weather, and it gives you a map of where you can go, where it's going to be 70 degrees, like all across the United States, and what times of the year and things like that. So you want to think about, do you want to be in the snow? And then you're going to have to think about, making your RV secure and keeping it warm, or, do you not mind a little bit of cold weather? Do you want to experience fall and the falling leaves and the beautiful colors? Think about things like that. Like, you don't want to go to the beach and the ocean probably in the winter, like in December or January, because it's rainy season. And I grew up in San Diego. It's rainy season then. You don't want to go then because it's cold. I mean, not compared to being in the Midwest, but it is cold for Californians. A great planning tool is to use Pinterest. Type in San Diego, California attractions or RVing in San Diego, California, and a whole bunch of things are going to come up. And those are free resources, and it will take you to blogs and YouTube videos and posts and things like this That's a really great tool to use. Another tool again to use is Instagram. That's a great tool because you can go to the explore feature and find out different places about different RVers, where they go, where they went at this time of the year, you know, things like that. Another tool is the same one as in video one, is just to talk to people and find out what they did and how they did it, and where they like to go, and what do they like to visit, what type of a RVer are you. You have to figure out the step in number one, and I'm going to put that video right up here. If you haven't seen that video, check that out, because it's all about doing the research and what type of RVer you want to be, and that's going to dictate about planning but being flexible. So you kind of have to figure that out first. So these are all going to build on each other. If you're interested in RVing and you just are in the beginning stages and you're planning, you don't know when you're going to kind of quite do it, I'm going to put a link to a video right here, and go check out that video, because it's all about making a plan, getting this PDF, and it's an overview of all these videos we're going to be doing. And there's other videos in there where it's like why you would want to be an RVer, reasons to RV, why we started RVing, and things like that. So be sure to click the subscribe button, because you're going to want to be sure to get notified every time we come up with a new video, as this is a series and we go into depth. There's a lot of information in the description box down below. So click on the video right here on the screen, and it will take you to last week's video on doing your research and everything you need to look at, because you kind of need to figure that out before you can figure out what type of plan you need to make, planning on being flexible.